My name is David Jerry. I am an innovator, a maker.
My name is Moses Kenyan. Since my childhood, I've been curious and a passionate innovator.
And our dream is not only to live 5 years or 10 years, is to live hundreds of years, trying to come up with ideas that will aid the mobility of persons living with disability or help persons who are in need.
Axis sequential testing.
Check.
Wrist level under radius Y axis sequential testing.
System initiated.
His brother Michael is also satisfied.
Welcome to Afrogenesis Artificial Intelligence.
System under self-testing. Please wait. Control and monitoring system. Headlights. Wheels right, turn. Left, turn. Driving engine.
In a remarkable display of Black ingenuity and excellence, Kenyan inventors David Gathu and Moses Kiuna have stunned the world with their groundbreaking AI-powered prosthetic limb. This extraordinary achievement not only showcased the duo's technological prowess, but also highlights the resourcefulness and creativity that has characterized Black or African innovation throughout history.
Welcome to Afrogenesis Artificial Intelligence Assistant Systems Online Systems booting in few minutes. Please wait until you see the color blue light, then say the word. Jeff is the password you...
On August 22, 2021, Gathu and Kiuna unveiled their revolutionary prosthetic, sending shockwaves throughout the medical and technological communities. What made this invention truly remarkable was the fact that it was developed using locally sourced materials, salvaged from trash heaps and scrapyards.
Systems online. Police give way. Demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
This ingenious approach not only reduced costs, but also demonstrated the potential for African innovation to thrive despite limited resources.
Afrogenesis, Gathu and Kiuna. Technologies way beyond, transforming challenges into possibilities.
The story begins in the suburbs of Kikuyu, in Kenya's Kiambu County, where these cousins, 29-year-old Moses Kiuna and 30-year-old David Gathu, would spend countless hours in a small workshop, which happened to be their grandmother's former granary, fiddling with wires and electric cables, researching, designing, and testing their groundbreaking prosthetic. They've been doing this since they were children, dismantling toys, radios, and TV sets, despite the spankings their fiddling attracted from their parents. Today, however, their tinkering is a lot more advanced. As you can well see, these cousins are making robots that can help people with disabilities perform simple tasks without assistance, and they already have 2 prototypes under their belt. Their desire to create assistive technology came about first in 2009, when they decided to try and help a classmate who had been born without a hand. We had a friend who was a congenital amputee and had one hand. We would see him struggle to write, eat, and do other things that other children did with ease. It's then that we began asking ourselves how we could help him and others move from being dependent to independent persons, said Kiuna. These diligent Black brothers have been persistent in their passion to make a change. They had also created a prosthetic arm in 2012 after their neighbor lost a limb in an industrial accident. But their latest invention is a significant upgrade, according to the duo. Their early experiences developed into an insatiable appetite for robotics, and they haven't looked back since.
Right now, I want to explain to you how we can tap the signal of the branchioradialis muscle. It starts from the upper motor neuron. It then goes, an action potential starts from the upper motor neuron after you have thought of how maybe to grab something. Starts from the upper motor neuron down to the lower motor neuron. Through the spinal tract, the action potential travels through the T5, T6 to the branchial plexus.
The self-taught innovators began studying the science behind how the brain sends signals to the nervous system in order for a motor activity to occur. Armed with this knowledge, they developed a robotic prosthetic that functions like a human hand to aid people who have lost arms due to accidents, illnesses, or congenital disabilities.
Systems online. Police give way. Demonstrating the flow of the bio-robotic arm system under self-testing. Articulations levels, protocol sequences activated.
With limited resources but unlimited determination, they had poured their hearts and souls into creating a device that would change lives. Their hard work had paid off when they finally succeeded in developing an AI-powered prosthetic that could learn and adapt to the user's needs.
Small finger, ring finger.
Check.
Middle finger.
Check.
Thumb finger.
Check.
Index finger.
Check.
Test sequences, protocol deactivated.
This prosthetic is equipped with advanced sensors and algorithms that detect even the slightest changes in muscle activity, allowing it to respond intuitively to the user's intentions. This truly is what set Gathu and Kiuna's prosthetic apart, its ability to connect with the user's nervous system, effectively creating a seamless interface between the prosthetic and the user's body.
Shoulder level X-axis articulation. Elbow level Y-axis articulation.
System initiated.
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
The device uses a headset receiver to pick up brain signals and convert them to an electric current, which is then sent to a transmitter that wirelessly relays commands to the arm, prompting it into action. And it all happens in less than 2 seconds. Amazing, isn't it?
Wrist pronation.
System initiated.
This is upper limb by robotic arm that uses brain signals to operate. This device mechanical deploys 80 degrees of motion. That is, it can rotate along the shoulder level, along y-axis and x-axis, elbow level, along y-axis and even x-axis. It has ability to twist the wrist or wrist pronation. It has ability to hold and release.
We saw people living with disabilities go through a lot of struggles and desired to make them feel far more abled, Gathu told AFP. Kiuna said their first prosthetic arm, custom made for the neighbor, had helped him operate around the house on his own. The high cost of prosthetics means only 1 out of 10 people in need are able to access them globally, with the World Health Organization warning that such exclusion adds to the burden of disability. We noticed that Kenya imports prosthetics which are costly, Kiuna told AFP. So we asked ourselves, how can we solve our own problems? They found the answer in junkyards. Since high school, the pair have been scouring dumping grounds around the Kenyan capital in search of discarded gadgets that they have repurposed to create over a dozen inventions. The young Kenyans use rudimentary material that has been thrown away to make their inventions come to life. People throw away a lot of things that are harmful to the environment just because they don't work. If they don't work, it might be just one component that's faulty, but all the other components still work and can be recycled, Gathu said. We've recycled everything that you see here. They throw it away, we pick it up and use it. This has saved us from spending a lot of money because we're not backed up financially by anyone to come up with our innovations.
This hand uses a battery of 12 volts. The hand, we have made it using available resources like e-waste, wood, rubber, leather materials, plastics, and even the wires.
Their goal is simply to help people living with disability live normal lives.
They pick up junk that people throw away. Things like plastic, rubber, wiring, old computer motherboards, LED lights, USB devices, switches, optical drives, heat sinks, fans, and power supply units, components that they say could be quite expensive to purchase from a shop. Kenya previously was a beneficiary of such tech discards from developed nations. However, these electronics did not last long, thus leading to a flood of electronic waste that pollutes the environment. The duo believes that their innovations are also helping tackle the e-waste problem.
This hand is being controlled by this neural rod by a potential headset receiver that monitors or taps the brain signals, and it extracts these specific features of these brain signals that reflects the intent of the user. The arm, that is, from the intraparenchymal single neuron units. When ion concentration changes inside the neuron cell membrane, an electric field is set up, and this signal, it is being tapped on, goes through various tissues through the brain, and the signal can travel through the pia mater, arachnoid, and it can travel through the skull, through the skin. Then this gadget taps those transductions of those ion currents that are all electrical wave that the brain is releasing. This machine, it can convert that signal, or it taps and the signal processes, converts this signal into a valid electric current through subcomputation, and the final current is being transmitted into this arm via radio waves, 315 megahertz. Those signals, they go into the biomechatronic hand or the arm, the operating system. Then they are being aligned in a way that they will be converted to come into to become a current, a valid current that will drive linear motors. These linear motors will drive the arm, and they will cross and open, making the hand, the whole hand, to pick as per how you are thinking, as per how you are controlling it, using your intentions.
Although conventional education did little to feed their curiosity, with Gathu dropping out of school at 17 and Kiuna quitting college a couple of years later, their appetite for learning has not dimmed. The shelves in the bare-bones lab next to their grandmother's house are stacked with science books, and the sheet metal walls are covered with charts detailing human anatomy or the periodic table. We studied neurophysiology by reading books and sitting with doctors to explain concepts to us, Gathu said, explaining how they came up with the prosthetic arm. However, the prosthetic arm isn't the only invention conjured up by these young Kenyans. The two robotic enthusiasts have other inventions too.
My passion was to be an aeronautic engineer, and what I was always dreaming is to become a pilot or a designer. If I would fail to be a pilot, I would become an aeroplane designer. When I designed this drone, this grider that flew several meters above the ground, when I saw everything on top, the grider filled some one piece of metal failed to hold properly, and the grider came down and it struck on the ground.
System under self-testing. Please wait. Control and monitoring system. Headlights. Wheels. Right turn. Left turn. Driving engine.
Among their other inventions too was a COVID-19 decontamination device that can sanitize surfaces and floors. When COVID-19 struck, they had built a device to sterilize banknotes using infrared technology, and later, a green energy generator that converts oxygen into electricity, aimed at tackling climate change. David stated that he had fears being an aeronautical engineer and settled for something more self-preserving and helpful.
And from there, I realized that is so dangerous. And I thought, if I want to continue to be a pilot, it is not this way, but to try something else different. And the idea of becoming an aeronautic engineer, it went there, and it got off my mind. And I thought of creating something different that will help the society rather than killing myself. That's where I met my friend in the high school, and we started the thought of thinking how to start machines that will help persons living with disabilities.
Gathu and Kiuna's AI-powered prosthetic was designed to learn and adapt to the user's needs, using advanced sensors and algorithms to detect even the slightest changes in muscle activity. This innovative technology enabled amputees to control the prosthetic with unprecedented precision and ease, restoring mobility, independence, and dignity.
After primary school, I joined a high school known as Kikude, where I met my friend David. And from there, because after there was this, we had to attend to Science Congress. That's where we had the same interest, and we partake the same project with him, where it reached the provincial level. And after that, after we completed Form 4, we decided, because our financial background in the family, it's not stable, we decided how can we start our own foundation where we'd be creating projects that will be helping people, or innovation that will be helping persons living with disability.
When Gathu and Kiuna showcased their invention to US engineers, the response was astounding. The engineers were shocked by the sophistication and effectiveness of the AI-powered prosthetic, marveling at the ingenuity and expertise that had gone into its creation. One US engineer was quoted as saying, "We've seen some impressive prosthetics before, but nothing like this. The level of innovation and technological expertise that Gathu and Kiuna have demonstrated is truly remarkable."
Right now, there are 15 projects that we have already completed, as you have shown them. We have shown them to you. The others, we can't be able to finish them. They are in the sector of energy. We have ideas in agriculture, security, new inventions that have never been invented. Also, on models on how to employ the youths, new schemes that have not been invented, but due to lack of funds and resources, because where we get our materials are from dump site, are from old computers, the e-waste materials. So right now we don't have the cutting edge machines or a good laboratory with equipped gadgets where we can use them to make more affordable and durable products.
The impact of Gathu and Kiuna's invention extends far beyond the realm of technology. Their achievement serves as a powerful testament to Black excellence and ingenuity, challenging dominant narratives that have historically erased or marginalized African contributions to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, in other words called STEM.
System under self-testing. Please wait. Control and monitoring system. Headlights. Wheels, right, turn. Left, turn. Driving engine.
These two are proof that Africans can make a significant contribution to technology and science as we know it, said Mukuria Mwangi, the founder of the Jasiri Mugumo School in Nairobi, which caters to youths up to 10 years old.
We will go in a big way, not just improving our economy in terms of production, but also making it more acceptable to society. It's not bulky. It's not bulky. It's easier for the persons with the ability to handle them. It's quite a game changer.
David Mathenj from the Association for the Physically Disabled of Kenya, APDK, a charity NGO, says, "Such inventions are the future of the science of artificial limbs. This is the science we need to ease the challenges people with disabilities face." Mwangi, who regularly invites Gathu and Kiuna to mentor children at the school, told AFP that Kenya's education system did little to encourage innovation. Invention is not a discipline harnessed in our schools, yet innovation is what will drive the future, Mwangi said. Other challenges, such as a lack of funds, also prevent innovation from taking center stage in the East African nation, as reflected by the number of inventions gathering dust in Gathu and Kiuna's lab. The pair hope to turn their prosthetic arm and other innovations into a thriving business. We have many other ideas that we can make commercially viable, but we lack finances and support, Gathu said. As we celebrate Gathu and Kiuna's groundbreaking achievement, we honor the legacy of African innovators who have shaped the course of human history. From ancient Egyptian architects to modern-day tech entrepreneurs, African minds have consistently pushed the boundaries of what is possible. In closing, Gathu and Kiuna's story is a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us that innovation can thrive in the most unexpected places. The AI-powered prosthetic, invented by these Black brothers, is a testament to the power of African ingenuity and creativity, an achievement which demonstrates that, with determination, creativity, and a passion for innovation, anything is possible, no matter where you come from or what resources you have. This brings us to the end of yet another inspiring video. Do endeavor to support our works by hitting the thumb button of this video, share with friends and families to keep spreading our eye-opening Black narrative, and subscribe to stay tuned in with us if you are yet to. We are glad to have you on this journey with us. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.